Today there is an interesting update from the Russian Federation. Here, Ukraine launched a wave after wave of massive drone attacks against Moscow and other targets in the days leading up to Russia's Victory Day celebrations on the 9th of May. These strikes have penetrated the Russian air defense, set massive fires, and revealed severe vulnerabilities of the Russian military, sending a powerful message both domestically and internationally. Over recent nights, the Russian capital has faced repeated drone attacks. The non-stop strikes started on the 5th of May, and the Russian Ministry of Defense later stated that 105 drones had been intercepted across the country during that night alone. At least 2 drones were also shot down near Podolsk in the Moscow suburbs, where air defense missiles reportedly crashed into residential buildings, highlighting the reason why anti-air systems should not be deployed in the middle of densely populated areas. The fact that the Ukrainian drones managed to cross 800 kilometers through Russian territory and were shot down from the roofs showcases the inefficiency of the Russian air defense operations. The drone waves were massive and came one after another, triggering air raid alarms across multiple regions on their road to Moscow, including Kaluga, Ryazan and Oryol. Residents reported explosions and mobile network disruptions as Ukrainian drones approached. As a result of the attacks continuing non-stop for days, Moscow's main airports Sheremetyevo, Vnukovo and Domodedovo were shut down for hours, with similar disruptions reported at airports in other Russian towns, affecting the direct routes of the visiting world leaders. This coincided with the scheduled arrival of Chinese President Xi Jinping, but regular Russian airlines were also forced to cancel hundreds of flights due to the ongoing disruptions. More importantly, these strikes are a part of an extensive Ukrainian campaign serving several important goals. Firstly, Ukrainian drones are likely attempting to strike military targets gathered near the capital for the Victory Day parade. With many units and pieces of equipment concentrated in warehouses and temporary camps in and around Moscow, the Ukrainians may be looking to exploit this logistical bottleneck. As these assets cannot immediately disperse after the parade, this creates a vulnerable window. According to witnesses and satellite data, a military airfield in Kubinka used to host some of the parade forces was set ablaze by drone strikes, suggesting some of these operations have already achieved success. Secondly, as over 450 drones were reportedly launched during one night, the scale of these drone attacks is forcing Russia to reposition even more air defense systems toward Moscow, despite they already brought 280 such assets. This shift in coverage can leave other strategic areas, such as Crimea, more exposed. Ukrainian forces are likely seeking to exploit this by buying time and space for more complex operations. Simultaneously, Ukraine is continuing tests of its long-range Neptune missiles by striking enemy targets in Crimea, indicating a preparation for a high-impact strike meant to quickly end post-Victory Day celebrations. Thirdly, these attacks undermine the Russian government's narrative of control and military superiority. The repeated closures of Moscow's airports have not only disrupted domestic air traffic, but have also interfered with the arrival of foreign delegations. For example, the plane with the Serbian President Alexander Vučić was forced to land mid-flight because of the great danger of being brought down by the Russian air defense while Ukrainian drones are in the air. Such failures create an image of disarray and vulnerability that could prompt some of Russia's allies to reevaluate their strategic partnerships. Lastly, the Ukrainian drone strikes could also aim to exhaust Russian air defense stockpiles by sustaining a high operational tempo over several days. With each drone intercept requiring the launch of costly air defense missiles, the cumulative pressure could eventually reduce Russia's ability to defend critical infrastructure elsewhere. This is extremely problematic, especially considering the recent Ukrainian strikes on Russian arsenals, where tens of thousands of missiles were already destroyed. Overall, Ukraine's drone campaign is more than just a show of force. It is a deliberate, multifaceted strategy designed to expose Russian weaknesses, disrupt military logistics, and challenge the Russian image of control during what Putin positions as the most important holiday. By exploiting the Russian concentration of air defenses in and around Moscow, Ukraine creates dangerous coverage gaps elsewhere. If Russian commanders continue to redeploy assets to protect against a possible Victory Day embarrassment, they may find themselves exposed in other vital regions, and it will be too late to adjust. If you are against the invasion of Ukraine and you want to support the work that I am doing, consider subscribing to our own independent news website. Here you can find our exclusive strategic insights, comprehensive overviews of all fronts, and regular tactical analysis videos. By subscribing, you will not only show your support for this channel, but also help and defend independent journalism. The link to our website is in the description. Thank you for watching this report, and I appreciate everyone who stepped up to join us.